Hey everyone! So for today's video I thought I would do a get ready with me and tell you a little bit about myself so you can get to know me a little bit better. So I'm just gonna be putting on some makeup and talking a little bit about me and my life and why I started this channel. So let's get right into it. I never really talk and makeup, so let's see how it goes. I'm just gonna start with priming my eyes. And so my name is Marley. I'm 24 years old and I'm from the Netherlands. I think if you saw other videos by me, you probably heard that already. So I used to live in Eindhoven. It's like this city in the southeast of the Netherlands. It's like quite a big city. I lived there for a really long time. But now I live in Arnhem. I moved here to study and I'm living together with my boyfriend in a studio. It's like this really big room. We don't really have separate rooms except the bathroom that's separate. And we live in the city center, so it's always a bit noisy outside. There's always some background noise, always some street musician underneath our window or people building something, things like that. So if you ever hear any noises on the background, that could be it. That's probably it. And also because we live in this kind of one room apartment, I can't film as much as I would want to because then my boyfriend can't make any noise. So I'm just kind of trying to make it work, but I didn't want to wait until we move to start making videos. So let me tell you a little bit about my boyfriend. His name is Nico. He also makes YouTube videos on a channel called Polymath University. He makes kind of educational videos. I will link it down below if you want to check it out. He's doing this new series where he is kind of explaining like modern pop songs from a philosopher's perspective. I think it's really interesting. So I already feel like this story is making no sense. It's kind of hard to do all these things all at once. But so yeah, I live together with my boyfriend. We've been together for a little over 4.5 years. And we've lived here together for a little over a year. And we're probably gonna be living here for a little bit longer. But I'm a student. I'm studying philosophy and I'm in my research master and this is my last year of studying. That's why we are still here, because I actually study in a city that's really close to this city. It's like 10 minutes by train, so that's why we're here. It was really hard to find a place to live in that city. Actually, it was in the Netherlands, in student cities, it's so hard to find a place to live and everything is so expensive and it's so competitive. So we were like, we just want a place to live and we settled for this city because it's just cheaper and it's so easy to reach the other city where I study by train. And Nico used to study there as well, but he's done studying now. So we're basically still living here for me to finish my studies. By the way, if you have any questions about what I'm telling you here, if anything is a bit unclear, that could be the case because this is my first Chatty Get Ready with me, then please comment down below. I will happily answer any of your questions. And by the way, I'm using this palette. It's the Colourpop Frozen 2 Anna palette. I quite recently got this and I want to use it a bit more. I really like it so far. So let's talk about makeup a little bit. I've been kind of obsessed with makeup for a long time. I used to buy these big cheap palettes at Claire's and then do my makeup with that before I even watched any tutorials or read any blogs. But then I discovered beauty blogs and I read a lot of those, mostly Dutch ones. And I kind of got into makeup. I bought some drugstore stuff and kind of started collecting it. I think that was like at the start of high school for me when I was like 14 years old. I was really already into makeup and I used to wear bright lipstick every day to school. I just wouldn't care. I would always wear red lipstick, bright pink lipstick or even purple lipstick. And then slowly I started watching some YouTube videos. I think Nikki Tutorials was one of the first YouTubers I really watched. She was like, all the Dutch bloggers and YouTubers were so proud of her because she was already kind of getting famous. That was before the power of makeup. So I like to watch her, and from that I started watching some other people as well. And then when I was done with high school, I actually started a beauty blog and I posted on there, and I was already kind of thinking about maybe I should start my own YouTube channel because I just love sharing about makeup. I just love talking about it. It's really just my hobby. It has been for many years. So I actually filmed my first YouTube video when I was 18 years old. It was really awkward. It was like, I watched it back I think a few years ago and it was really cringy, but I was so young. I didn't really know how to review anything. I was just like, oh, this is nice, but I didn't explain anything. But yeah, this all kind of already started when I was 18. But in the end I deleted the video because I just felt a bit ashamed about it, and I kind of quit the blog after a year or so. I was just so busy studying, and I felt like it was kind of hard to get people to visit my website. I felt like there was not enough conversation there. I couldn't really know who was reading my stuff and what they thought about it. It was kind of like this one-way conversation, and I wasn't really into that. And then I just became a student. I was really busy with that. But of course I still love makeup. I watched a lot of YouTube, like a lot of makeup YouTube. But at that point I also didn't really have like the place or the means to film videos. I always wanted to do it, but I didn't really know how, and I was also always kind of scared to do it. And then my boyfriend and I moved here and we got our own space. We didn't live with our family anymore, and we bought a camera and some lights to film videos for the Polymath University channel. And I kind of started thinking maybe I could do my own YouTube channel, but I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do because I don't want it to be just makeup. Because I feel sometimes makeup makes me feel like I'm a bit artificial, like it's too artificial. So I definitely want it to be about more than just makeup, but I don't really know yet how I'm gonna be filling that in. But I don't want to do just makeup reviews, and for sure I don't want to do makeup reviews all the time because that would get really expensive and I don't have that kind of money. I'm a student and I'm living from the student loans. But so of course in March Corona started and suddenly I had a lot more time. But at that moment, at that time, I still felt like I didn't really have the option to film here because like me and my boyfriend, we're both home almost all the time. And he has his own projects, his own work, and I can't ask him to be quiet for hours every day. I just don't think that's fair, so I was kind of thinking, what should I do? But in September I was like, I'm just gonna start a makeup Instagram. I'm gonna start an Instagram and just see how I like it, what I think about it, if it's something for me, if I like sharing about makeup, if it wouldn't be the same as the website that I had, because I kind of lost interest in that and I didn't want to commit to a YouTube channel or anything and then losing interest. I don't want to start something and quit it very fast. Then I would have put in all the energy and find out that it's nothing for me. I'm just gonna use this Essence single eyeshadow. So I started my Instagram and I actually really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed taking pictures. I just love the creativity of it, and I just used our filming camera to do that. And I also really liked the community, like the people I met over there, and just seeing other people's reviews and opinions and pictures. And I just really enjoy Instagram and just the conversations that you have there. It just really makes you feel like you're part of a community, and that I really enjoyed. And after that, after I had my Instagram for like a month, I was like, okay, I should start a channel. If this is what I want, I just have to do it. don't let anything hold me back. Like the idea that there's no time, I can do it, being nervous. I felt like I had all these excuses and I was like, I just have to do it. I just have to do it and I'll figure it out as I go. I will find time to film it. I will figure out what I want to do. It doesn't have to be perfect right away. Probably it's gonna be awkward at the start, but who cares? That's normal. So I decided I just had to start. And then I had a vacation and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna film. So now we're here. That's like my makeup journey. So I'm just gonna be taking this Say You Will Be Wine eyeshadow by Catrice on a flat brush. I'm not paying attention to my makeup at all. I don't know how to tell you all this stuff and like make it a coherent story and also do my makeup, but I'm trying my best. I just wanted to show you the single eyeshadows that I mentioned in my last video where I talked about all the drugstore products that I tried. So yeah, I want to do a bunch of different types of videos on my channel, but I'm still kind of figuring it out. I'm not entirely sure yet what it's gonna be, but I'll see as we go. I for sure want to do Will I Buy It a lot. I really love those types of videos, and I also really enjoy declutters, but I also want to do a bit more personal videos. So yeah, I'm currently in my last year of university and I have some extra time because I did an extra course last year. I don't have the craziest year. I'm writing my thesis right now and I have 2 courses. So I have some extra time for some hobbies, especially because of Corona. I can't really go to any social events or do the things that I would usually do. So I have a lot of room to just do what I like. So because of that, this is also a really good time for me to start a channel. I've also been busy with making designs for t-shirts. That's also something I really enjoy. I have another Instagram page and it's called The Floor Line, and there I kind of share my designs, and they are kind of meant to put on like t-shirts or mugs. I put my designs on Teespring and Redbubble. I will link my Instagram, my Floorline Instagram down below, so you can check it out if you're interested. But I've been really into drawing, but I'm not a professional or anything. I'm just making what I personally would like to wear. I just have these images in my mind and I just want to make them become reality. I just want to wear a certain kind of stuff. I can't find it and I make it. I'm just a very creative person. I just like thinking of things, creating them. That's also what I really like about makeup. I like just combining the colors, thinking of new ways to use colors, how to combine eyeshadow with a certain lipstick or blush or highlighter or anything. So I've just been learning how to draw. I'm far from professional, but I really enjoy it. So that's one of the things I've been doing during these crazy times. And something that I also really enjoy is creative writing. I've always wanted to write a book since I was very, very young. I've always wanted to be a writer. I loved reading, but I really loved thinking up stories and writing them down as well. So that is something that I would also really like to accomplish, to publish a book. But I don't think that's gonna happen very soon, but hopefully in the next few years I will be able to write a book that's like publish worthy. At this point I feel like I'm still learning a lot about writing. There's something, I feel like I'm talking more than I am doing my makeup. I'm really trying. But I also really like making my own clothes, like sewing clothes, but also like crocheting? Okay, Google says crocheting. I really like that. Yeah, I just like making my own clothes because I just have this kind of specific style and I can't really find it in store. So that's something I really like to do. Like I can find some things in store, but I just have these images in my head that I want to make come to life. By the way, I'm kind of cleaning my eyeshadow with very low coverage concealer. I always do this. So yeah, I like being creative in all different types of ways. And I just think makeup is such an easy way to be creative, because you can just try some things out, and if you don't like it, you just wash it off. It's not permanent or anything. So that's one of the things I really like about makeup. I'm just thinking what else I can tell you. I wrote some things down to kind of remind myself what I wanted to talk about, because sometimes when I'm on camera I get a bit flustered and I kind of forget. And when I watch it back, I'm like, that didn't make any sense. I hope people understand what I'm saying. I feel like having an Instagram sharing makeup and having a YouTube really challenges me to use some different techniques, maybe some different colors, use more different products, because you just can't show people the same product all the time. So you just have to switch it up a bit more and show people different looks. Don't just, at least I feel like that, don't just show people the same nude look all the time, and don't show them the same brands all the time. So I'm really trying to branch out, maybe use some more bold lip colors, and yeah, use some different types of products. And yeah, I feel like I'm getting to know my collection a lot more. What I also really like is when I get a new product now and I review it, I already get a really good feel right at the start of if I like the product. And it used to be a bit different. I used to get a product, then use it once and kind of forget about it. So I really like that about having a channel. It really forces you to get an idea of a product right away. Okay, one thing I think I should tell you is that I actually never wear foundation. I know that's kind of unusual, but I just never started wearing it when I was younger. I'm just using a little bit of concealer on some like imperfections to make them a bit less visible. But I just like my skin the way it is. Even if there are some imperfections, if there is some redness, I still would prefer not wearing foundation. So you're not gonna be seeing any foundation reviews or declutters or anything like that. No foundation content, at least at this point. Who knows what will happen? Maybe YouTube will make me feel like I need to wear foundation. We will see. But at this point, I feel like I don't want to and I don't need to. And honestly, I also wouldn't really know where to start. Yeah, I just like my skin the way it is, with just a little bit of concealer if I feel like I have to. You never have to, but if I feel like that looks a bit better. And also, I'm not that into concealer. I just have this one by Catrice. It's called the Camouflage Cream. I use this for blemishes, and then I use, let me see, where did I, this one. It's like this concealer pen by Catrice. It's like really low coverage. I just use that to clean under my eyes. When I've done eyeshadow, I like to make it look a little bit sharper. What I do like to do is use some powder before I go in with my bronzer and blush, because I just feel like that makes everything go on a little bit smoother. So for that, I'm just using this Smashbox palette. I love this palette, I use it almost every day. And for my bronzer, I just like to mix this one and this one, because it just makes for the best cool tone bronzer shade for me. I have a, I would say, cool to neutral undertone. So I like a little bit of a cooler bronzer on me. Okay, the bronzer is on. Now I'm just taking this More Than Glow highlighter. I already use it in the inner corner. I always like to apply my highlighter first, because I feel like it blends everything in together very nicely. I feel like I've told you guys a lot already, and I hope you feel like you got to know me a little bit better. I'm just gonna be using this cooler tone blush by Essence. This I also mentioned in my recent video. It's called Believing. It's quite pigmented. It's a bit darker, but it blends out very well. Also applying that to the other cheek. This is such a beautiful color. I really like this cool tone mauve shade it has. This also looks really good on skin without foundation because it kind of blurs everything underneath. It just makes my skin look very good without any like real coverage. I think I'm just gonna finish my brows and my lips off camera, and then I will be back to kind of finish up the video. So the look is done. Eyebrows are on, lips are on. For the lips I use this MAC Nice and Spicy lip liner, and then I used this lipstick by Catrice, and it's called, let's see, I think it's called Full of Inspiration. And then I used a little bit of this NYX gloss on top. It's the NYX Lingerie gloss in the color Spirit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope everything I told you made a bit of sense. I felt like I was a bit all over the place trying to do my makeup and telling you all about me. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!